Why not set the hardest goal? Let's get up Everest and down in 7 days from London.
It's never been done. For the 4 Special Forces veterans taking on Mission Everest, a key part of mission success is hypoxic training, taking place in a low oxygen environment as if you were training at high altitude. But when aiming to summit the world's highest mountain and back in just a week, is acclimatising at home setting them up for failure before they've even begun?
So I've been banished to a spare room, and this is a tent. So we've been sleeping in tents like this since the beginning of February, with the idea of accumulating about 450 or 500 hours in it. That's a combination of sleeping every night for 7 or 8 hours, and then exercising as well. So what it does, this is R2-D2. This is a machine that quite literally sucks the oxygen out of the air, so it simulates high altitude. And we can tell how high the altitude is by using this device. For example, last night I was sleeping at 6,500 meters, so the equivalent of Camp 2 on Everest. We want to raise awareness of veterans and raise as much money as we can for veterans and armed forces charities, specifically those that support bereaved military children.
What physiological changes do happen when you acclimatise?
It stimulates those physiological adaptations such as thickening the blood, increasing your red blood cell count, and increasing EPO in the body as well, stimulating the body, the kidneys, to start producing more natural EPO, and that helps the body acclimatise to altitude. Former regular officer with the Royal Gurkha Rifles, so I've got a long history with Nepal, speak the language. I've been going backwards and forwards to Nepal since 1997, and that's where my fascination with mountaineering began.
And what does it actually feel like sleeping in a tent like this? We can hear it's quite loud as well.
Just stick your head in. It's quite so. It's hot, it's smelly, it's sweaty. It isn't a hack or a shortcut. It's still really uncomfortable, and your body's still acclimatizing, so you still experience all of those physical, you know, the headaches and the lethargy and the lack of sleep that you'd get if you were acclimatizing on the mountain. So it's not a shortcut, unfortunately, but at least it means we can be acclimatizing here, sleeping at 6,500 meters, and then when you get up in the morning, go downstairs and make yourself a cup of tea.
I took up the offer and tried it for myself. Oh, it does smell. Oh, wow. I mean, at this stage, it feels okay. I'm not sure I could have done this for months on end. But yeah, it's a
little bit claustrophobic.
I'd actually say it feels kind of cosy, but I think it's because I've only been in it for a very short time. There's no kind of whirring of air or anything. There's no breeze or anything. It's just interesting. Oh, yeah, you can definitely feel the fresh air. Even though we're not outside, it feels like I've just walked outside because it feels that much more fresh. Yeah, you can definitely feel it here, the pressure a bit. Wow. Apart from the time taken, what is different about this expedition to Everest compared to what you've done before?
We're going faster, so that's the main thing. That's enabled by more time in the pre-acclimatization phase, so spending more time sleeping in the tent at home, more time training at simulated altitude with the mask on, and using the xenon gas, which will reduce our susceptibility to altitude-related illnesses. So we'll be able to climb higher, faster, without the risk of falling ill. So they're the big levers that we're pulling, and we've got quite a lot of technical innovation as well we're taking advantage of. We've got the very latest oxygen equipment. We've got the very latest generation in summit suits. We spend a maximum of a couple of hours in base camp where we'll get checked by a doctor. We'll have a lama bless our climbing equipment and pray for safe passage on the mountain, and then we'll start.
So take us through your training.
Right, so this is part of the pre-acclimatization process. So there's sleeping, and then there's active training as well. So typically about 3 times a week, we'll do an hour to 90 minutes of active training, either on a treadmill with the mask on, simulating altitude, on the bike, or doing step-ups. When we started this process back at the beginning of February, it was lower altitude but quite intense workouts, and now we're getting closer to departure. It's all about low intensity but really high altitude. So I'll be training today at about 6,000 meters.
And what does that feel like, working out with oxygen-depleted air?
Suffocating. Yeah, so it's exactly like riding a turbo trainer at Everest Base Camp or higher. It's pretty unpleasant.
Is this expedition actually humanly possible?
It's a great question. So we'll know in a couple of weeks. We're due to fly at the end of this week. We've done all our physical training, we've done all our pre-acclimatization, we've done our technical skills refreshers. We are good to go, and now the question is, how fast can we do it? I think it's possible. We've settled on this figure of 7 days, which I think is as fast as is humanly possible, but the logistics need to line up.
What do you think the chances are of you all completing it in the 7 days?
I think they're good.
How will you feel if you don't complete it?
Between the 4 of us, we've got 75 years of military experience, really at the sharp end of the Royal Marines and the Army. So we're more familiar with mission success and mission failure, I think it's fair to say. I'm absolutely confident with our climbing experience and our familiarity with pushing the boundaries physically that we're going to get it done. So I don't think mission failure is really an option.
Thanks for watching. For more from BFBS Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.